Kirk, you're not in the picture. You got to scoot over. Are you going to be able to fit in here?
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Well, you need to be in the picture.
Oh, goodness gracious. Are we rolling? If we're rolling. Unfortunately, we're rolling. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the 2018 CUNA GAC in Washington, D.C. See how I connected the two together?
You did. You're
like
a genius.
Yeah,
You're a
well,
wordsmith.
I've put that on my resume. All right, wordsmith.
Together.
Two C's together. Oh, all right. Hey, talking about C's, we are here with CU 2.0, Kirk Drake and Chris Odie. How are you, gentlemen?
Doing well, Mike. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Thank you very much for asking. How are you?
We're good. I love this city. I think this is my 21st GAC.
Wow, is that all?
So it's safe to say I know my way around a little bit.
Okay,
you don't look old enough for that.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
It's here all week. Try the
Thank
deal.
you, sir.
All right, tip your waitress. Hey, last time I saw you, we were on the other side of the planet.
Yes, we
Kauai,
were.
so
Yeah, we
that
were in
was
Kauai.
Pretty cool,
Yep.
Pretty cool visit.
That was much different than Washington, D.C.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But this
Same
is
weather.
good too. Yeah, same weather. Yeah, it's just plus or
tropical.
minus 50 degrees. That's all right. Hey, let's talk about CU 2.0 and the latest goings on at this.
Sure.
It's like
Yeah.
from a book. It's now like everywhere now.
Yeah.
It's blossoming into this enterprise.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who wants to go 1st and fill us in?
I'll tell you how we formed it.
All right,
Me and Kirk and Paul Fiore, our other partner at CU 2.0, we were the CU Wallet team, and when CU Wallet was purchased by CUSG, we kind of stood around and looked at each other like, okay, what now?
We got to find some other CU thing to do.
Exactly. That's all we know.
And not
so
see you later.
It's not see you later.
Yeah.
So, we know we work together, right? I know that he's got the details down pat, right? He's got a playbook for, how to get dressed in the morning and a playbook for how to drive a car. And yeah, he's very detail oriented and I'm not. So we play well together, and then we've got Fiore in the background who's vetting all the fintech companies and bringing them to us. And we're a good team. We work well together. So we thought, let's just take Kirk's idea of the book, which has a million great ideas in it, and let's bring that to credit unions and let's bring that to fintech companies and see what we can do.
Well, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, because it's really taken off, right, Kirk?
It's doing great.
Good.
Yeah. Beyond whatever my expectations were. So.
Yeah, we have
awesome.
about 1,500 individual credit union employees as part of our Facebook 2.0 strategist group.
I've seen that.
Yeah, we've got coming up on a dozen clients on the credit union side and almost as many on the fintech side. We'll be speaking at...
Guessing yourselves, and maybe I want to do something outside of credit unions long term. I was in that same category after spending 20 years in credit unions, and I just really started thinking about it. So why have I stayed in credit unions as long as I have? Why do I love them? And I came up with a whole list of reasons, and I said, this is really an awesome place to work with the impact we make on members' lives, the people in the industry. I don't have to deal with any jerks. Like it's just I've done business outside the industry, other than this clown.
Just one.
And so really looking at that and going, really, if I think I need to double down and be intentional about. I'm very big on intent and mindfulness, and said, what if I change my attitude instead of running this second inner monologue of why don't I do something outside of credit unions? Why don't instead I just be really intentional and say, for the next 10, 20 years, I'm just going to be 100% focused on how I can make a difference in this industry.
Right on.
How can I impact that? And I started really thinking about that with some of our credit union clients at Ongoing Operations and said, why did you move to the cloud? Why did you do that? And overwhelmingly, I kept getting back, we want to spend a lot more time building digitally engaging e-branch solutions, technology-driven member experiences. And when I asked them about them later on, they just hadn't made much progress. And so I started saying, well, why not? And I said, well, we don't know where to start. It's like, oh, that's an easy problem to solve anywhere. To start.
Exactly.
That's how entrepreneurs work.
You got
a big gigantic pile. You got to eat an elephant. You just got to eat it one bite at a time, right? And so, so I can help on that piece. And then what if I said, what if I gave you like a playbook, because I'm super process oriented around what has worked with OGO, with CU Wallet, with 10, 20 other businesses that I've been involved with, and the collective experience of failure, right, of what hasn't worked, along
There's
the way.
nothing wrong with that.
Right, exactly.
As long as you learn from it.
Exactly, and said, why don't I put this together as a, set of notes? And as I started working on that, I said, I think there might actually be a book here. I've never really wanted to write a book. That was not a goal at all. But geez, that would be really interesting. And so I do what random entrepreneurs do, which is, okay, I'll write a book. Let's see what that is. And I went through a great process.
Of course you did.
And came out the other side with a book, and then just said, well, let's just see where that goes. Maybe it'll start having, because I had this real concern, which is, I think credit unions are really struggling to figure out how to bring the next generation of members in through the door, how to connect with them, how to build trust online, because we're sort of stuck in the only way we can do it is through a branch, but branches are not necessarily going to be the best way to do that, and there's all sorts of other ways to build those connections.
As the sales guy, it's a salesman's dream, right? Because I'm not actually selling anything. It's all inbound, because what we do when we help a credit union, we can transform it from top to bottom around the digital strategy that they lay out, that they don't even know they're laying out. They contract with us for a workshop, and one of the things we do is we step them through laying out the plan. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? And then the results speak for themselves.
Are there any consistencies that you guys are finding where credit unions want to be? Because we always talk about every credit union is different, and so they're going to have different needs and all that type of stuff. Yeah, but when we're talking digital, are you finding a similar theme that's running through them all?
Yeah, absolutely. What we find is there's prerequisites, right? Like, so first piece you got to figure out is, okay, what market are you actually in online? Like, so if you do your keyword research, you figure out why are people ending up at our credit union's website, first of all, and what other competitors are they ending up at, right? That's a key piece of information for your long-term planning. You don't have to do anything with it at first, but you have to know what it looks like and know what the analytics are. Then it's the way we do it is kind of choose your own adventure. So you pick whatever of these 40 modules you want to implement.
Oh, wow, okay.
The reality is we're seeing the first 4 are almost always the same 4 the credit union starts with, and partly because we're focused on how do we help them make enough progress fast enough that they get super excited about this, right? That they don't get stuck in the